Alrighty, let's see what we got here. Well, we don't have any cantrips, but we do have Prism Ring and Engulf the Shore for the early game. I think I keep this, even though it's not the greatest. A Day's Undoing would be great. Any non-lands would be great, and we have Engulf the Shores to buy us time. There's Day's Undoing, which I'm probably just gonna cast. It's basically doesn't. I mean, our opponent already has 7 cards, so we're just drawing cards and getting rid of these Engulf the Shores, which seems great. Alright, we found a Jace's Sanctum, so that's awesome. And has the potential to just give our opponent something terrible. I mean... Alright, Liliana is annoying, but honestly Liliana's ult should even be easily beatable for the deck. Just engulf it away and then take a bunch of turns. Our opponent might not be too well set up to beat us. Alright, Collective Brutality is great, since it's great against two toughness creatures, and it has uses in a matchup like this. Alright, Crypt Breaker. Well, we could cast Part the Water Veil this turn, but that doesn't accomplish much. Let's just get down another Jace's Sanctum. And now our Part the Water Veils are going to be fantastic, since they'll scry 2. And this Crypt Breaker isn't really an issue. And zombies aren't really an issue against Engulf the Shore. Ooh, Prism Ring. Alright, let's do this. And cast this. Get a bunch of triggers. Take inventory is fantastic right now, to be honest. Since it scries 2 and then draws a card, so I think we'll just take that. Alright. So another take inventory would be great. I mean, Anticipate is great. We're just gaining life, drawing cards. Scrying. Alright, bottom the lands, and then Anticipate resolves. So another Engulf is good. I think we'll just take that. Like, we might be setting up to eventually cast another Day's Undoing after engulfing. I kind of want to save this Part the Water Veil to make a 6/6 as well. Alright, draw a card and lose 1 life, sure. I'm just planning on engulfing at end of turn. Alright, goodbye zombies. Keep that. And go ahead and play it. I think I'll just take that. The Day's Undoing. So Liliana is going to ult next turn, which again isn't a huge issue. I think I can just start by anticipating, since I can still cast Part the Water Veil if I really want to. Alright, more take inventories. We'll take an inventory. Don't really need a second one of those. I like playing just another Jace's Sanctum here. And then next turn the plan is, so we can engulf for 1 mana, and then kick, awaken, part the Water Veil, and then can we also Days Undoing? How much is that gonna cost? So 6 mana to awaken 1,000,000 zombies. So we can't quite awaken and Days Undoing and cast Engulf the Shores. I think I want to start by engulfing though, and then we'll see what we scry into. If we scry into another part the Water Veil, that would be nice. Opponent's getting to draw lots of cards, but that's not a big deal. So yeah, we will be 1 short to also Days Undoing this turn. I think that's fine though. We're gonna try and find another part. Perfect. And then, how many more parts do we have? None. Wait. 1. Yes, so we just win. Oh, I guess we had it 1 already. Yeah, that was our last part, so hit for 12, hit for 12. Yes. Good, good, good. If assuming this didn't work, we could just engulf all our opponent's things and try and find an unsubstantiate to counter removal or something. So Thing in the Ice seems good. Imprison in the Moon gets rid of Liliana, but that's not a huge issue. Negate is okay, Jace is okay, Clash is okay, Imprisoned is okay. So could potentially go down on Days Undoing. Nah. Getting rid of the graveyard seems good. Prism Ring doesn't seem all that necessary. Could get rid of Take Inventories if we want to stay on the full amount of Days Undoing, since they get shuffled away. Engulf seems great. Jace's Sanctum seems great. Unsubstantiate is fine. I kind of want to just be able to cycle a lot. Like, anything our opponent does isn't that threatening creature-wise. They're pretty slow. So maybe cut a couple Hydra Lashes and focus more on the engulfs. And then have all the cantrips and the Thing in the Ice. Alright, this looks great. And our opponent's mulliganing to 6. Days Undoing Thing in the Ice is just fantastic combo, since you can bounce all their creatures and then bounce all their creatures to hand, and then Days Undoing will shuffle them all away, assuming Days Undoing is your removing the 4th counter from Thing in the Ice. Okay. Thing time. Duress isn't a huge deal. Like, opponent might have to just take the Jace's Sanctum here, since it's the most powerful card in our hand. Days Undoing is also an option, I guess, but our opponent only has 2 cards right now, so casting Days Undoing isn't that appealing at the moment. It will be down the road, potentially, though. Yeah, Sanctum makes sense. Alright. Relentless. Relentless Dead. Okay, let's get another thing out. Gotta watch for horrors here, since this returns non-horrors. So next turn we can cast both of these, probably. Again, the clock is not that threatening. And if our opponent wants to draw cards, their clock is going to be even slower. Alright. So we want to flip these as fast as possible. Unsubstantiate would be great against Westvale Abbey. But we already have the thing in the ices for Westvale Abbey. I think we just go with Anticipate here. This is going to make it very likely that we can flip the thing in the ices next turn. So Liliana post-combat could kill a thing. So I think we'll just double block a menace. It only makes us take an extra damage anyways, since we could only block one creature on the amalgam. Okay. Alright, take inventory. Guarantees us to flip the thing in the ices, which frankly seems fantastic. We don't even want to cast Days Undoing at the moment. Let's start with take inventory. And so we could Days Undoing, but that means we won't get hit for 14 damage, so yeah. Hitting for 14 seems good. And just take an island so we can cast Part the Water Veil next turn. And that should be game. Our opponent can potentially chump block for a while if we didn't have Part the Water Veil, but Part the Water Veil is pretty good when you have 2 7/8s on the battlefield. Yeah, that is the game. Nice. Well, everything went better than expected.